Miles Tails per hour debates whether or not he should Robotnik, while a unicorn tries to convince him to pull the trigger. Just pull the trigger, Tails, and Dr. Robotnik will never menace Planet Mobius again.
I don't know.
Remember, Tails, this is an opportunity to bring freedom to the whole world. What's popping, my pimples? Welcome back to wallaceprobably. It's fair to say that Sonic has one of the craziest histories of any media franchise, period. So much so that an entire Twitter account has dedicated itself to documenting these oddities. I'm talking about History Sonic, aka crazy-ass moments in Sonic the Hedgehog history. I wanted to go through some of the best tweets on this account and give some context behind these moments. And if you like content such as this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and to check out the Sonic History Twitter account in the description below. The infamous Florida man tries to rob a bank wearing a Sonic mask. They fail, run away, and to this day haven't been caught by police. This one's so damn funny. So, in February of 2022, a man armed with nothing more than a hammer and a cheap Sonic the Hedgehog mask, probably from like Walmart, arrived at the Florida Credit Union where he demanded the teller for cash. While doing so, he began to strike the teller's window with his hammer. However, the dude must not have been very intimidating because after being confronted by another bank employee, they fled the scene on foot, mind you, without any money. Not even a couple rings. And the funniest part of all of this, like the tweet stated, nobody knows who this was, and a year later, the case was just closed entirely. But don't worry, guys, I think I found the suspect. Tails gets horny, drunk, takes up gambling, and beats up an old man for his money. Now, this may be hard to believe, but all of these pages are official. They were from the self-titled Sonic the Hedgehog manga that ran from 1992 to 1994 exclusively in Japan. And the plotline of this series is wild. Basically, a hedgehog named Nick has the ability to turn into Sonic the Hedgehog. And this manga follows his adventures with Tails and not Knuckles, but Charmy, as they try to take down Eggman. Now, the whole scene we're witnessing here takes place in Casino Night Zone at, who would have guessed it, a casino, where Tails gets drunk by the hot anime Sonic character and ends up gambling all of his money. Once the reality of the situation hits him, he beats up an old man for their money, and the old geezer reveals that he put the last of it in a slot machine. So Tails tries to see if he can win. Sonic, with his speed, is able to see where the slots align and hits the jackpot. Tails could have stopped while he was ahead, but alas, he gambles once more, with the slot machine landing on all bombs, sending him and Sonic flying out the casino via the explosives, you know? There's a lot to unpack with this manga, so hey, if you want me to cover it in a future video, let me know in the comments below. Sega collaborates with Hooters to promote Sonic Forces. Now, I get a lot of you already knew this, but the depths of what actually went down, I think, are very widely looked over. So in order to promote Sonic Forces, Sega of Japan teamed up with Hooters to bring fans what they described as a Sonic-themed dining experience. The restaurant was decked out with Sonic memorabilia, including the most sought-after Sonic plushie, which is like the Sonic with soap shoes. Incredibly rare, so just to see it like for a Hooters collab, dude, collectors were frothing at the mouth. And then you actually had the special Sonic meal that was just a chili dog and a blue-orange soda. It could have been a worse food item, but I'm just like, okay. This was truly the best thing to come out of this mediocre Sonic title, okay? Listen. When it comes to everybody outside of Japan, all we got was just fan art of scantily dressed Sonic characters. Not the most ideal outcome, but hey, you know what? Sonic looks good in a tank top and booty shorts. We'll take what we can get, I guess. A dancing troupe dressed up as various Sonic characters for the Puerto Rican chat show Entre Nostras, where they dance along to the Sonic X theme, Low by Flo Rida, and Party Up by DMX. Entre Nostras was a morning variety show that ran from 2007 to 2016 and focused on presenting news stories from a female perspective. Apparently, they were having a youth dance competition, and the theme for that episode was video games. There isn't much context past that. Hell, most of this information is from a single thread where this one dude doesn't sound the most confident. But it's what we got, and you know what? I believe it. It feels like a canon event that every Sonic fan ever has to at least stumble upon this video at some point in their life. And man, does it leave an impression. Yuji Naka, the co-creator of Sonic, gets arrested. I feel like this is one of those things that every Sonic fan just knew where they were when they heard this information, because for one of Sonic's creators to now have a criminal record is iconic, insane, and really funny. So after Yuji Naka left Sonic Team in 2006, he'd return to the gaming industry in 2018, where he'd work at Square Enix and direct Balan Wonderworld. The game was buns. Then, in November of 2022, Yuji Naka would be taken in by Japanese law enforcement and later arrested on suspicion of insider trading after buying 10,000 shares for one of the developers working on the yet-to-be-announced Dragon Quest game. He confessed to these crimes and was charged with 2.5 years of prison time, though if he serves 4 years probation with no more legal issues, he could avoid prison time altogether. He also had to pay over $1 million in fees, so sucks to be Naka. One of my favorite images in the world that just for the life of me I cannot find is a picture of current Sonic Team leader Takashi Iizuka posed up with a fan rocking a Momono World Free Naka shirt. If anyone has this image, please send it to me through like email, Twitter, Instagram DMs, whatever. I cannot live in a world where I don't have this image saved on my phone. Sega served Chili Dog vodka cocktails during San Diego Comic-Con, which, according to Alan the writer, were, quote, not great. This one's pretty self-explanatory. For Sonic's 30th anniversary, on top of an exclusive cover for a one-shot comic to celebrate the occasion, Sega had a lounge at Comic-Con that served a spicy vodka with chili salt around the rim and a single pitiful hot dog wiener floating in the drink. As for who Alan the writer is and why his opinion matters, he was a story editor for Sonic Boom and one of the main writers, and seems like an all-around cool dude. It's just unfortunate he was subjected to this drink, but alas, we all gotta make sacrifices in life. Sonic the Hedgehog debuts at the Tokyo Toy Show with a human girlfriend named Madonna. She's eventually cut from the game, and the idea of Sonic having a human girlfriend is definitely never, ever revisited again. It is crazy that Sega came out swinging with the idea of giving Sonic a human girlfriend with the same name as the Queen of Pop herself. It seems Madonna would have played a pretty similar role as to what Amy was when she was first introduced, constantly chasing after Sonic and giving the Hedgehog a motive of needing to save the damsel in distress, in a sense. Madonna was ultimately cut since Sega wanted Sonic to take a different and less silly direction compared to Mario. That's what they said, but 15 years later and our blue Hedgehog was back to smooching human women. Old habits die hard, I guess. Now, there are so many more insane moments of Sonic's history that I just didn't have the time to cover in this video, so if you want to follow up, tell me in the comments below, and while you're down there, let me know what your favorite crazy moment was in this video. Thanks to my patrons to make videos like this possible, and thank you for watching. Okay, bye!